What if the top GitHub result for install LastPass on Mac was actually a trap that steals your passwords in minutes? Start here. Attackers built a simple, effective trick. They create fake GitHub repos that look official. Then they use SEO to push those pages to the top of search results. A visitor clicks install on Mac, follows a few friendly steps, and pastes a terminal one-liner. That one line downloads and runs malware called Atomic Stealer. Next, we'll unpack exactly how those pages fool even careful users. Here's the short version in plain terms. Bad actors impersonate trusted apps, host instructions on GitHub pages, and nudge users to run a terminal command. That command fetches a script from a remote server and executes it immediately. On macOS, the result is Atomic Stealer, an info stealer that harvests passwords, browser data, and crypto keys. Keep listening, because next we'll see how search engines get weaponized to boost these fake pages. Attackers don't rely on luck. They manipulate search. They stuff pages with keywords, create link networks, and sometimes use paid ads to climb rankings. The result? A malicious repo can appear above the vendor's own site. That makes the fake repo the path of least resistance for someone seeking a quick install. Up next, the landing pages themselves, and why they look trustworthy at first glance. The fake landing pages are built to soothe. Clean layout, an install on Mac button, reassuring copy, and a faux developer tone make them feel legit. They often include a short FAQ and screenshots that mimic real project pages. That social engineering lowers suspicion and primes people to follow the quick install steps. But the real trick comes next, when they ask you to open terminal and paste a command. Here's how that one-liner works. A single terminal command can bypass many protections. Commands like curl or wget pipe a downloaded script into bash. Users paste it, hit enter, and the macOS defenses never see the script in a reviewed state. That one line acts like a bridge from the web into your system. It's fast and convincing, but it's the precise moment attackers gain control. Next, we'll follow what that script actually does once it runs. Once executed, the downloaded script typically pulls a payload and launches Atomic Stealer. The malware scans installed browsers, password managers, crypto wallets, and local files for high-value data. It can add persistence and exfiltrate data to attacker servers. The whole process can run in minutes, leaving traces in suspicious network traffic and new launch agents. Now let's meet Atomic Stealer in more detail and see why attackers prize it. Atomic Stealer, also called AMOS, is modular and maintained on cybercrime forums. It harvests browser credentials, autofill data, extension data, and sometimes keychain items. It targets crypto wallets and can take authenticator backups or notes. AMOS tries to persist using launch agents and stealthy loaders. Attackers like it because it automates wide data collection across macOS. Next, we'll cover why macOS users stay vulnerable despite Apple's protections. People think macOS is safe by default, and Apple ships Gatekeeper and Xprotect. But social engineering sidesteps those guards. If you willingly run a downloaded script, you bypass many checks. Developers and power users are comfortable with terminal installs, which makes this attack effective. The lesson: system design helps, but your copying and pasting matters more in this case. Next, I'll show a realistic example of a malicious install flow without showing any real code. Picture a clean README page pointing you to a short command and a quick install slogan. You copy it, paste it, and the script downloads an installer named to look familiar. The installer asks for permission, then quietly creates a launch agent and opens a network socket. Within minutes, browser profiles and saved form data start streaming out. If that sounds subtle, it is. So let's go over how to spot these fake repos before you click anything. Spotting a fake repo starts with the URL and owner. Is the repo under an official organization or a random username? Check the creation date and commit history. Look for signed releases and notarized binaries. Be skeptical of READMEs that push you to an external domain for a quick install. Also, watch for keyword-stuffed content that targets many brands at once. If anything feels engineered for search rather than users, pause. Here's a short verification checklist. Safe install habits protect you without slowing work. Never run curl:/bash from unknown sources. Copy one-liners into a text editor and inspect them. Replace short links with full URLs and fetch the script manually. Use Homebrew only via official brew.sh instructions and verify formula sources. Prefer notarized installers or the Mac App Store. Make a habit of pausing for 60 seconds before executing anything from a web page. But what if you already pasted that command? Here's what to do immediately. If you ran a suspicious script, act fast. Disconnect from Wi-Fi and unplug Ethernet to halt exfiltration. Open Activity Monitor and look for unknown processes with network activity. Inspect launch agents and launch daemons in the user and system library folders. Check recent shell history and downloads. Then rotate passwords, starting with your password manager's master password. Don't stop there. Next, we'll cover credential rotation and scanning in detail. Rotate credentials and revoke sessions in every critical account: email, Apple ID, banking, and work accounts. Revoke API tokens and sign out of devices. Use a trusted second device to change master passwords. Run reputable scans or consult an EDR. Submit samples to VirusTotal for analysis if you can. If persistence persists or you can't confirm full cleanup, plan a clean reinstall and maintain backups. Next, learn the signs that Atomic Stealer left behind. Watch for these ammo signals: unexpected terminal prompts asking for keychain access, sudden requests for accessibility or full disk access from unknown apps, new launch agents with Apple-like names in your library, and unusual outbound connections right after an install. Also check for strange browser extensions and unexpected crypto transactions. Treat any unplanned terminal-based install as suspect and keep reading for guidance teams can use to protect fleets of Macs. At scale, this becomes an enterprise problem. Enforce least privilege and limit admin rights. Use EDR rules to block curl bash patterns and create detections for terminal spawning network processes. Consider DNS filtering for known malicious domains and temporarily block suspicious GitHub pages hosts. Provide developers a vetted internal catalog and approved package channels. Next, practical developer-safe workflows and incident playbooks to respond quickly when a device is suspected. Developer-safe workflows reduce risk, mirror approved packages, sign and verify releases, and require code reviews for install scripts. Maintain an internal software catalog and allow installs only from it. Keep incident playbooks for password rotation, token revocation, and device reimaging, and run tabletop exercises focused on info-stealer scenarios. Reporting is how the community cuts down abuse. Here's who to notify and how to escalate suspicious GitHub repos quickly. If you find a suspicious repo, report it to GitHub's abuse team and notify the impersonated vendor via their security contact. If you're a security pro, share IOCs responsibly with trusted communities. Faster reports reduce the time a malicious page spends at the top of search. After reporting, collect TTPs and network indicators for your SOC. Next, a quick mid-video recap to lock in the essentials before the final set of practical defenses. Mid-video recap. Attackers clone trusted apps on GitHub, use SEO to rank malicious pages, then persuade users to paste terminal commands. Those commands download Atomic Stealer, which harvests passwords, wallets, and browser data. Defend by starting at vendor sites, verifying repos, avoiding one-liners, and keeping macOS updated. If compromised, disconnect, check persistence. Rotate credentials and involve IT. Now, final practical defenses you can apply tomorrow. Daily defenses. Enable automatic macOS updates and XProtect. Use a standard user account for everyday tasks. Validate downloads and check code signatures with CodeSign and SPCTL. Prune browser extensions. Use content blockers to reduce malvertising and monitor outbound connections with tools like Lulu. Don't store everything in browser autofill. Keep critical secrets in a vetted password manager with strong 2FA. Stay skeptical, because attackers will tweak this playbook next. Final point, verify before you trust. Start at official vendor sites, prefer signed releases, and avoid off-platform redirects. If something feels engineered for search engines rather than real users, pause, report suspicious repos, rotate credentials if you acted, and escalate to your security team if needed. This campaign preys on habit, so build habits that interrupt it. Stay cautious. Attackers will change tactics tomorrow, and vigilance is your best defense. If this helped, like and subscribe for concise security explainers. Comment below with what install habits you'll change, and share this video with a friend who pastes terminal commands.